Financial independence is not a set number. It's a different number for everybody. So I've known people who've made millions of dollars a year, and they will never be financially independent because they have constructed lifestyles that cost every bit of that. And
they broke rule number one. They spend more than they earn.
Right. I mean,
damn near.
Mike Tyson made something on the order of one of the all-time great boxers, an incredible athlete, made something like $400 million. And it just bled through his fingers because he didn't know how to handle it. He was surrounded by sharks taking bits and pieces out of it. Tragic story. But so Mike Tyson, and I think he's recovered quite a bit in fairness, but when he lost it wasn't because he wasn't making enough money. The same token, I've known people who've never made more than $50,000 a year who have achieved it. You know, I have another book called Pathfinders, which is 100 stories of people who have found the simple path to wealth, read it, and have implemented it from all around the world.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about that book is some of the stories in there are from people who started from incredibly humble beginnings. I mean, there's a guy in there who was a migrant fruit picker when he started. When he was writing his story for us, he was worth $500,000. There was a woman in there who said, you know, when I was a kid growing up, the rich people, they were the ones who had flush toilets, right? So I love those stories because there's a pushback in this country that, and you touched on it a little bit earlier when you were talking about making, say, $46,000 a year, there's a pushback that says, oh, you know what? That sounds great, but that's only for people with really big income.
This not just say that financial independence is different based on people. The first thing I learned there is that financial independence is different for different people, culture, ethnic, environment, and countries. Our environment matters to our financial independence. What you will have in the UK to be financially free is not what you have in Nigeria, Africa, or in the US to be financially free. This is one of the best financial video I will ever watch online that speak to me directly. That see, why you aim high, why you drive yourself, why you upgrade, why you are pushing yourself to become the greater person you want to be, to meet up the gold standard for your life. You should be content with what you have. A lot of people are fighting for what you have. It will make your life simple and you have peace of mind. That's why a lot of people today send a video that a lot of people have made hundreds of millions of dollars. They have raised their life standard to that of a billionaire. So when they become multi-millionaire, they could not meet up. A lot of people are living way higher than what they earn. That is why they cannot be financially free. This is a simple topic to talk about. This is a simple financial advice for anyone. It's contentment. People prioritize peace than money. What is the point of you having a lot of money without peace of mind? That is one thing you should look at every stage of life you find yourself. I would say number is true, but don't get too comfortable with all this word. Don't get too comfortable with what he said. It's right, it's fine, it's one of the best advice, but don't get too comfortable. So make sure that as you content with what you have, as you grow up, don't be too comfortable with this kind of video. Of course, what this kind of video will teach you is because it teaches you how to be content with what you have, right? And to save, invest wisely with what you have, but not to stay at where you are. Do you understand? I love this video and I find it interesting. I know that it will resonate with you. So like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, and maybe see you in the next one.